The rain drummed against the windshield as Marcus Thompson pulled his beat-up Honda into the employee parking lot. At 35, he had built Thompson Electronics from nothing, but tonight he wasn't the polished CEO in expensive suits. Tonight, he wore faded jeans and a baseball cap pulled low over his dark eyes. Something was wrong at his flagship store. Sales were dropping, employee complaints were piling up, and his gut told him the problem ran deeper than numbers on spreadsheets. The fluorescent lights inside cast eerie shadows through the windows as Marcus stepped out into the drizzle. He checked his watch. 晚上9点47分. Perfect. Most staff would be gone, but the night crew would still be working. Time to see what really happened when the boss wasn't around. Marcus pulled his collar up and walked toward the employee entrance, ready to uncover the truth. Marcus slipped through the back entrance using his master key. The store felt different at night, quiet except for the hum of refrigeration units. He moved carefully through the aisles, his sneakers silent on the polished floor. A muffled sound caught his attention. Crying. It came from the storage room near the loading dock. Marcus pushed the door open slowly. Inside, hunched over a mop bucket, sat a young black man in his 20s. His name tag read Sam. Tears streamed down his face as he stared at a crumpled piece of paper in his hands. Hey, you okay? Marcus asked softly. Sam jumped, quickly wiping his eyes. Sorry, sir. I didn't know anyone was here. I'll get back to work. Wait. Marcus stepped closer. What's that paper? Sam's jaw tightened. Just another note from Jake, the day manager. Says I'm too slow, too stupid. Threatens to fire me if I don't stay in my place. Marcus felt his blood boil. What place? Sam hesitated, then pulled out his phone. I have a master's degree in electrical engineering from MIT. Been working here 2 years, applied for every tech position that opened up. Jake always finds excuses. Says customers wouldn't trust someone like me with their expensive electronics. Marcus's hands clenched into fists. Someone like you? You know what he means. Sam's voice cracked with frustration. Last month, I designed a new smartphone charging system that could cut charging time by 70%. Showed it to Jake, thinking maybe he'd finally see my potential. What happened? Sam walked to a hidden corner behind old inventory boxes. He pulled out a sleek prototype device, wires carefully arranged, LED indicators blinking softly. He laughed. Said janitors should stick to mopping floors. Then 3 days later, I overheard him on a call with corporate, pitching my exact design as his own idea. Marcus examined the device, his mind racing. This innovation could be worth millions. His own employee was being robbed blind, treated like garbage because of the color of his skin. Marcus's mind worked quickly. He needed solid evidence before making his move. Sam, I want you to trust me. Can you be here tomorrow at 8 a.m., before your shift starts? Why? Who are you? Someone who believes in justice. Bring your prototype and any documentation you have. I'm going to set up a meeting with Jake. Marcus pulled out a small recording device from his jacket. I need to catch him in the act, on tape. Sam looked confused but nodded slowly. Marcus spent the next hour positioning tiny cameras throughout the office area. He learned to be thorough in business, and this was the most important meeting of his career. By morning, he would have Jake exactly where he wanted him. He texted his assistant, schedule emergency meeting with Jake Morrison, 8 a.m. sharp. Tell him a potential investor wants to discuss new product innovations. Tomorrow, the truth would finally come to light. Jake Morrison strutted into the office at 8 sharp, his blonde hair slicked back, expensive suit pressed to perfection. He froze when he saw Sam standing beside a stranger in casual clothes. What's the janitor doing here? I told you to stick to cleaning supplies, boy. Marcus stepped forward, his voice deadly calm. Actually, Jake, Sam's here because of his brilliant engineering work. You know, like this charging prototype you tried to steal. Jake's face went pale. Who are you? Security. Security won't help you. Marcus pulled out his phone, playing the recording from last night. Jake's voice filled the room. Janitors should stick to mopping floors. Customers wouldn't trust someone like him. You can't record me without permission. Jake sputtered. Marcus smiled coldly, pulling off his baseball cap. I can when it's my company. Jake Morrison, meet your actual boss. Marcus Thompson, CEO and founder of Thompson Electronics. Jake's mouth fell open, his arrogance crumbling instantly. You're fired. Security will escort you out in 5 minutes. 6 months later, Sam received the call she had long deserved. The promotion to head engineer came with new responsibilities and the power to implement meaningful change. Under her leadership, comprehensive anti-discrimination policies were established, creating transparent reporting systems and accountability measures. The toxic culture that had once flourished began to dissolve, replaced by genuine respect and collaboration. As Sam looked across the transformed workplace, she felt hope restored not just for herself, but for every person who had faced similar battles. True progress required courage to confront injustice wherever it lurked, transforming workplaces into spaces where talent could truly flourish.